What if one day, while drifting through the silent darkness of space, you found a door? Not a metaphor, not a dream. A real door, floating among the stars. And what if that door opened? Only for you. This is the story of a young pilot who ignored orders, followed a mysterious signal, and discovered a secret universe no human was ever meant to see. But what she found out there would change how she looked at the stars forever. At the outer edge of the solar system, where sunlight fades into a cold blue glow, traveled a small exploration ship called Aurora 7. It wasn't famous, it wasn't powerful. But inside it was someone extraordinary. Her name was Lyra Sol, the youngest pilot ever accepted into the Galactic Academy. While others chased glory, Lyra chased questions. She believed space wasn't empty, it was quietly waiting to be understood. Most patrol shifts were uneventful, endless darkness, silent instruments, occasional drifting asteroids. But on one particular shift, everything changed. A soft beep broke the silence. Lyra glanced at her console. A signal was coming from a region that wasn't even marked on most star maps. At first, she assumed it was background interference. Then she noticed something strange. The signal wasn't random. It repeated in a perfect pattern. 3 short pulses, 3 long, 3 short again. Like a heartbeat echoing through the universe. She reported it immediately. Command responded within seconds. Cadet Sol, do not approach. That sector is classified unstable due to gravitational distortion. Maintain your course. Lyra hesitated. Understood, she replied. But she didn't turn away. Because deep inside, curiosity was pulling harder than fear. The signal continued, steady, calling, almost alive. She whispered to herself, something out there wants to be found. Before doubt could stop her, she adjusted the ship's direction. Aurora 7, you are leaving your assigned path, the onboard computer warned. I know, Lyra said quietly. Sometimes, discovery requires disobedience. Hours passed as the familiar star patterns began to shift. Then suddenly, space ahead started to ripple. Not violently, gently, like reflections trembling on water. And then, she saw it. A gigantic circular structure suspended in the void. Perfectly symmetrical. Glowing faintly silver. It looked exactly like a doorway. No thrusters, no signs of damage, no nearby debris. Just silent, and waiting. Her computer scanned it repeatedly. Material unknown. Estimated age. Older than recorded human history. Lyra's breath caught. Who built you? She whispered. As Aurora 7 drifted closer, the signal grew louder until it vibrated through the hull of the ship. Suddenly, the circle ignited. Lines of blue light raced across its surface, forming symbols no human language could translate. Then something impossible happened. Space folded inward. Not exploding, not tearing, folding, like fabric. The doorway opened. Before Lyra could retreat, a gentle force pulled her ship forward. She gripped the controls. Aurora 7 to command. Static swallowed her voice, and in a flash of bending starlight, she crossed the threshold, on the other side. The universe was different. The stars shimmered in colors she had never seen before, deep, violet, molten gold, glowing emerald. Some of them moved slowly, almost like drifting creatures. Her instruments flickered wildly. Navigation unavailable, the computer announced. Physical laws, uncertain. Then, a shadow passed beneath her ship. Massive, graceful. Lyra leaned forward in disbelief. It wasn't a planet. It was alive. A colossal being, shaped like a manta ray. Its body formed from flowing starlight. It glowed softly as it glided through space without effort. Lyra forgot how to breathe. The creature turned toward her ship and released a wave of gentle light. When it touched Aurora 7, Her system translated the energy into something understandable, not words, a feeling. Welcome. Fear melted into awe. As she explored further, Lyra realized she had entered a hidden sanctuary, a place between galaxies where ancient life had quietly thrived for billions of years. Forests made of crystal branches floated freely. Rivers of luminous dust curled through space like glowing fog. Spheres hovered in the distance, each containing a miniature sun burning warmly inside. It was less like a region of space, and more like a cosmic garden. Then a thought struck her. The doorway hadn't opened randomly. It had responded to her curiosity, to her decision to explore instead of retreat. But wonder soon gave way to concern. At the center of the sanctuary floated a small star, and it was dying. Its light flickered weakly, dimmer with every passing second. The glowing creatures gathered around it slowly, their movements heavy. Worried. Her computer confirmed her fear. Star collapse imminent. If it died, the entire sanctuary could freeze into eternal darkness. Lyra's heart pounded. She was only a cadet. Not a scientist, not a hero. Just a girl who asked too many questions. But training whispered an idea into her mind. Young stars can sometimes be saved, if fed fresh hydrogen. She scanned the surrounding space desperately. Then she saw them. Comets. Dozens of them. Frozen reservoirs of exactly what the star needed. Hope sparked. "I won't let your light disappear," she said softly. Lyra pushed Aurora 7 beyond its recommended limits, firing gravity tethers and guiding the massive comets toward the fading star. One by one, she released them. Hours passed. Sweat beaded on her forehead. Her arms trembled from the strain of manual controls. More than once, she wondered if she was already too late. Finally, the last comet drifted into the star. For a terrifying moment, nothing happened. Silence filled the sanctuary. Then, the star ignited. A brilliant wave of golden light burst outward, illuminating everything. Stronger, warmer, alive. The creatures erupted into motion, spiraling joyfully through space like a silent celebration. Again, that emotional signal filled her ship. Gratitude. Lyra smiled, exhaustion washing over her. Before she prepared to leave, the largest star creature approached. It shimmered, brighter than the rest, and sent one final message. This time, clear enough to understand. The door opens only for seekers. Those who explore, not to conquer, but to connect. Lyra swallowed, deeply moved. "Will I ever find this place again?" she asked. The being pulsed gently. The universe is filled with doors. Most travelers simply fly past them. Moments later, the glowing doorway appeared once more. Aurora 7 drifted through, and suddenly, she was home. Back in familiar space. According to command, only a few hours had passed. No sensors detected the structure. No maps recorded the sanctuary. Many doubted her story. But Lyra didn't need proof. Because now, whenever she looked at the night sky, she no longer saw emptiness. She saw hidden gardens, sleeping stars, unopened doors, and endless possibilities waiting for someone brave enough to chase a signal into the unknown. So the next time you look up at the stars, remember this. The greatest discoveries aren't made by those who follow safe paths.